welcome to paradise. Honolulu, Hawaii, the site of an annual tradition of bowl season, the Hawaii Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the American, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moss. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Army's offense takes the field for the first time today. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again, and it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here comes the option. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So the Washington State Cougars offense will get the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
That is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll toss it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement. You create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Black Knights will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Dropping back, it's Potter. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Sends it back in motion. The run from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
This defense knew coming in that the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that one.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. The pitch. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to bring it back. Ripping through the defense. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've stumbled around here out of the gate. They've yet to pick up their first down of the game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Potter. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Lawrence. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Washington State going quickly. Wide receiver going in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Off-play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Black Knights have their offense in high gear. Off-play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Fine play action. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left.
And then so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. The sure hands, it's Etienne. Turns it on in midfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Cougars are in the hurry-up.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Potter. Makes the catch, it's Etienne. Strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That pass is incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Got it in the middle, it's Etienne. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around.
you just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game. Let him make some.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Black Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Taylor. And they pick up just a few on that completion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Black Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Potter. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawrence. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Wazoo! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll go to the fullback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion from the back. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. With the catch, it's Etienne. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Washington State lines up quickly. Back to pass, it's Potter. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Buying some time. Unleashes one. Grabbed over the middle. It's Westbrook. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll need to put some leg in this one. A 52-yard attempt and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game, punctuating this season.
Back to throw, it's Potter. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. So now it's second and long. Off the play fake. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Black Knights.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Catch in the middle. It's Etienne. At the 40, there he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's
open field on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Washington State will come to the line with a first and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Grab behind the line. It's Westbrook. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And now the offense will come onto the field again. To the air, it's Potter. Skips away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Pulls it in, it's Etienne. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Washington State going quickly. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Cougars are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Offense in the hurry up. Grabbed behind the line. It's Westbrook. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Etienne. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Pulls it in. It's Etienne. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Potter. caught over the middle. It's Etienne. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. He'll keep it himself, able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Looking for space. It's Turner. Makes it past the marker. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to barge their way in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Army! Great job by the back on the option. Lining up to add another.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Oh, they're after him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll run play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Potter. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Oh, look out,
got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You'd think that should do it now to get the win.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
He'll start this drive firing. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. He's going for it all. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Floating away. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The short hands, it's Etienne. Found some room, but needed a little bit more. Had to get it to the 40 for the first down, and now it's 4th and short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Catch in the middle, it's Etienne. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Potter. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. So the offense accepts the 15-yard penalty after that special teams miscue. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. That's caught. It's Lawrence. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. option. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Back to throw, it's Potter. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.